Welcome back to Vidanta Disc Golf. This is the back nine of this tournament that I'm about to be playing, practice round, 6th annual Big Picture Classic at what was my favorite course in Colorado. We're determining if that still is the case, and so far, I'm loving this place. Super scoreable, playing really well so far. Not scoring at all, just seeing if I can get to the basket, get some birdie looks, and every single hole it's been possible, except for one. But watch the front nine to check that out. Also some eagle looks on the back. Probably an eagle look on this one as well. Hole number 10 here, straight ahead of us with a double mando. OB super long if you really juice it. 262 feet. So not crazy far. I think with the forehand, I might try to flex my ultra, get it to skip back. Could also try like a hyzer one, but I feel like my forehands, I talked about this a little bit in the first video, I feel like I have a little bit of a strain right here, or maybe tendonitis, not 100% sure, but it makes hyzer forehands feel a little more strain than just chopping over on them. So I'm liking the Anheuser forehands right now. So I think we're gonna just try through this gap, definitely hit it on the forehand. A little deep, so I might try zone as well. Also was a little low. I don't mind putting that a little higher. I also might try the zone OS. Ace zone, flat to hyzer, and then these ones on a little bit of flex. Might be a little too long. Actually, that might be perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's go. The game is feeling a little more dialed right now. We're at 7,000 feet of elevation, so things are slightly more stable. Crystal Flex is not like to skip. Fun little zone OS guy. Keep it high. To do that, if you need help with throwing force over Anheisers, when you're throwing the hyzer forehand, you're coming up like that. You still need to like open the curtain, but keep this back shoulder up. With the hyzer, you drop it so you can come up with it. With this one, you want to keep it up and chop a little bit down. Hopefully that helps if you're working on that. I'm not a coach, but it's what I understand. Gosh, that disc is funky. Oh man, I always forget that I have to throw my whole body into that. If you guys watch the front bit, you know I'm not really trying to putt too much today. I'll get a little practice in before I go edit this video. A lot of that's because my putt's feeling pretty good from the straddle right now. I'm confident. Don't really feel like I need a crazy amount of practice at the moment. I will be practicing a little more circle twos. Actually, that's a good idea on this hole. I was missing a little high earlier, so I'm gonna try to keep it at the basket instead of up. That's a little low now. Roll the shoulders back. There we go. Yeah, and then these two zones are just parked. On to this next hole, which is the first time I threw a shot over 400 feet, I'm pretty sure. At least in a round. So this one's a little nostalgic, baby. I should have brought a Grace to throw with me on this hole because that's the disc that I did it with, just on a turnover line. It is actually recorded on video. I don't think I have it though with me. I think it's at my apartment because it's on like an old hard drive that I don't carry around with me anymore. Yeah, this one also should be eagleable. There's an OB on the left side that you can see flagged further. Wait, no, it's a painted line on the road. We want to turn it over anyways. 761 par 5. So this should be one that you can get a really good drive off of and then have a look for the eagle, because I don't think the second shot is like insane if I remember correctly. This one I'm gonna go faro. Stuff's not turning as I want it to up here, even 2,000 feet higher of elevation. And this tee pad looks a little gross. So I might suggest that it turn a little bit out of the hand and give it enough height. Okay. It's gonna be a bit too flippy. Oh, great kick though. Okay, there's a slight headwind. I felt that as I started to run up, so should have accounted for that. I think that means we're gonna go this Ricky Destroyer, but I've been missing by not throwing it as flex as I want. This headwind might make this eagle a little harder. Yeah, that thing is a little more stable than my other one is, because that's out of bounds. Yep, okay, not throwing that one. My blue one that I threw until I lost last tournament, definitely less stable than that. Yeah, that is not good. Yeah, I think that faro, I thought I needed to put a little more flatter Anheuser than I needed to. Honor. Yeah, this hole's getting in my head a little bit. That's perfect though. That's all you need. Just with the honor, I think. Okay, luckily that's not actually out of bounds. I think because there's this OB over here, it gets in my head. So I need to act like it's not there and just trust that I can throw a good shot to the middle of this fairway. I might still go forehand at it. It's flatter, I just had to flex both those discs. My faro's still in a great spot, but I think faro or Echo Star Destroyer, really good shots. But it's a par 5, and you'll see this is a decently simple up shot here. I don't have a rangefinder, so I'm not exactly sure how far this is. But there is a gap to hit down there, and it is slightly low ceiling, but if you punch through that gap, it should be really good. I kind of like the flex line, because once it starts to get out of it, it will stay high. That's so low. Yeah, that's what you call a worm burner. Oh, sneaky side. Missed that gap, but that's actually kind of really sneaky, and that's an eagle. Well, that's really deep. Maybe I don't even need that. I'm gonna try these strikes on slight flex it. Nope, other one on that line is perfect. Yeah, get underneath it and you're really happy. Oh, a little more stable. That's fine. That's why with hitting that tree, if I actually give that Faro the height and it flexes out, it should leave me 300 in, maybe 350. So this is one that, honestly, I probably could have flexed forehand through there, just trying to not throw as many forehands if I don't need to right now. I think I'm still less than 100 feet in, and I did not throw any of those good. That's almost awesome. A little more left. Ah, it's still a birdie. Should be a par 4, honestly. Crystal Flex Heat's kind of right there, which is still super close to the basket. But if I'm throwing an approach and it's getting clean through and it's 70 feet from the basket or 60 feet from the basket, you know this is not a super long par 5. All right, hole 12 here is 405 feet down to that basket. Looks a little tough because there's gonna be some trees to negotiate at the very end. So you probably want to push about 390 feet before you start hyzering in, which is gonna be a little tough. Probably gonna be a Faro, maybe my Echo Destroyer, flip up to flat and then finish on hyzer. So I don't even know if this is one that I can get without a circle 2 putter, maybe circle 1 on the short side. Man, I cannot wait to be 100%. I hate being injured. Yeah, get there. Oh, never mind, I can get there. Throw this a little more inside. Honestly, that same shot is perfect because this is a little more stable. Yeah, slight flip up, but mostly straight. Yeah, skipping. Oh my gosh, I'm ace running everything right now. I'm gonna try a heat. It's that Crystal Flex Heat. Thing likes to go. Too much hyzer, I think. Oh, yeah, that's exactly the tree I need to negotiate at the end, but I'm liking my distance this weekend. If anyone goes to Badlands and pulls my disc out of the water, blue Ricky 2-time Destroyer, I think it says Bedan's on the bottom right there, just like that, I will trade you for 2 of my stamped discs. You can see where it went out in the first round of 303. Yeah, that's juicy, dude. Let's go. Yeah, it's so good. I might have 400 feet of hyzer power right now. I'm gonna try my strikes. Shorty. Oh my gosh. Sick. So strike, Destroyer that I thought almost skipped in, past the basket. Big shout out Flagstaff guys. God, I can't wait to go back to Flagstaff. That's one of my favorite places in the world to play. 1 Destroyer, my color glow strike past the basket. And this is my Faro here. Woo. There we go. Open up towards the basket, buddy. Awesome. Man, take more rest days, people. I promised my wife that I'd take at least 1 day off from filming and throwing discs every week, just because I tend to overdo it. And especially like as I have not been feeling myself super well, it's definitely what I'm gonna continue to do because I feel so good. Hopefully I get like 10 hours of sleep tonight because my tee time's at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, or today as you're watching this. Man, I love disc golf. I like this. They really let you know that if you shank it, you go be behind the tee pad. Just realized that was the wrong hole, but it says it on this tee sign too, so I feel vindicated. All right, hole 13. God, I love this place. I feel like I'm in a Disney musical. I'm gonna sing about it. This hole's pretty tough. Straight ahead of us, it's only 270. The Pro Pad's actually easier because it's just kind of a pushing hyzer. This one, you either gotta flex something around that right side, throw something straight at it, but there's low branches. I think the play that it baits you to, or that it wants you to play, is this left side forehand, which I kind of like. The problem is I don't know what disc to throw because it's a very weird forehand distance for me. I think I could get the ultra there. I mean, I know I can, just on a flex. It might be just a flex Firebird. I think I don't want to have to juice the ultra and it's gonna have to get too high. This disc in 3 months is exactly the disc that I need for this shot, but it is not 3 months from now. Or Honor or Firebird. Those are the discs I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try with the Color Glow Strike first on that pushing hyzer. Oh, that's inside. That's terrible. All right, definitely gonna practice the flex. The hyzer can start to move a little bit too right, too fast. We do have a slight tail, so I'm sure it helps. I also shanked that shot. That was just a bad shot, but I think try the Firebird on a flex. Yeah, that was very inside, but that's really clean. I forgot that I brought my Sexton Firebird too. So we're gonna throw that one. This one's slightly more stable. Perfect. Yeah, that's the shot. Yeah, I think it's that flex with the Firebird for sure. Oh, I forgot a second battery, so I might have to go back to the van for that, but. Missing a little right side. I think I'm probably going up a little bit too much instead of going forward. Yep. All right, this one looks a little tough because we have a fence just past the basket, which plays as OB. I mean, hopefully worst case scenario, we get there, skip a little long, tap in a par. 260? Oh, I gotta be looking at the wrong, nope, that might be the right basket. Makes this a little bit easier because we don't have to go driver for the skippy play. We can just take a hyzer with the NV. Yeah, that's what we want. Basically all we want. I'm gonna try the same thing with the zone. Yeah, a little unlucky. Nice and stable goldeneye guy. It's a little slick for my liking, but we'll see how we like it for this tournament. Yeah, just a pushing hyzer. Yeah, that one didn't have to worry about any trees at all. Super, super solid spread. Gonna putt the furthest ones, which envy, perfect here. Got a little lucky through those late trees. A little flatter, I'm really happy. This pure, which I thought I threw a little far, is parked. So that told me a little flatter with the envy or same amount of hyzer with that pure. The two zones are not great. It's probably about as a circle. Awesome. 11 and a half, so it's about 32 feet because I 12 paces for me, 10 meters. Just about. Sometimes my gate's different, but just outside here. Little high. I want to keep that a little more driven. Like that. That's not bad though. Move that slight right if I'm gonna put it on hyzer or the wind's pushing that way. I'm super winded because I'm, one, super out of shape, and we're like 2 fairways over from my van, so I just ran and snagged some batteries. Water's so good. Man, this keeps water cold for a while. Walmart, baby. All right, 350 feet straight ahead. Not straight ahead, this way. You need something to turn out of your hand and then come back. Probably, it's only 349. I would say my honor, but I've been having trouble like getting that thing on anhyzer. I've been throwing pretty good anhyzers today though, which is helpful when you're in the woods. But I think we're gonna try the composite strike. Just slight flex, it'll hold it for a while and then get back. I think we could push like a Pathfinder or an Origin there. It'd be way tighter of a line though. I like throwing those like 80 to 90% power shots where it's not full power, but you have to commit. Just like that. Hit something. It's gonna be close out of the way, but it's parked. I'm gonna try the honor. Yeah, that was pretty poor. I'm gonna try it with a Pathfinder, just slight flex, but it'll be high enough that it'll come back. Too much turn, it's too glidey. It's great distance-wise, it's like perfect, but I turn it over too much. Try the Ultra, but I'm not gonna get quite enough distance. Maybe I did. Man, I love that disc. Huh, that might be there too. All right, Ultra's not bad, but it's definitely the strike. I think Origin and Pathy are pretty far because once those discs get over, they just kind of stay turned over. Oh, Pathfinder's actually really good. 40 feet, just outside the circle. 2 up. I don't like them having to correct so much. Can't really correct during the rounds. Hope we get those first shots dialed in, or first circle 2 putts. Hopefully we don't leave ourselves too many, but I want to make a lot more than last week because I only made like 2 and they were both 35 footers. All right, we got a nice shorty here, straight ahead. 223. There's that forehand flex route. There's a big gap here for a flex shot that skips hard. Slightly low ceiling, that's a sneaky branch right there. That can get you. I think I'm gonna try just the baby flex out of my hand with the Envy. I kind of like the hyzer forehand. I'm gonna try that as well, but I think I like this Envy play. Okay, too far. I need to throw that with the zone. Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's the shot. That's parked. That's so good. Try this little pushing hyzer. Oh, that's the luckiest gap ever. I mean, that's parked as well, but totally missed my line. I think it's the flex play for sure. This is the zone that I kind of shanked a little inside with the hyzer line. And then honestly, this Envy is not as far as I thought it would be. Oh, baby. Focus. That's when you can honestly give a little bit of an ace bid and have it still sit down by the basket because of the angles that it's coming in on. All right, hole 17 is 357 feet. Straight, push something straight for a while. That finishes back to the right, so forehand 360, slight downhill. I think I could probably get there with the honor, but I think a destroyer is probably the best play. And then it doesn't look like there's a Mando, so I might actually try this backhand play as well through there, but I think it's just most obvious to get there with the forehand. You need a hard finish to the right, so it can't be really a turnover. I'm gonna throw slight hyzer out of my hand. Basically just try to hit that tree, and it should finish inside of the tree. Yeah. By hit the tree, I don't mean like that. Dang it. I mean, throw it so that it will hit the tree on a straight line, not on a wide line. My forehands are coming out clean. Yes, dude. Man, it's coming out clean. That might be the play. Should be parked. I'm gonna see if I can kind of float an origin through there. Just practicing to see what I can make my disc do. Oh yeah, that's so good. That's so far actually, but do the hyzer flip faro down the right side gap, because we can. That's so good. I love it. Okay, so I definitely thought it was just behind this cluster. It's a little more pushed in, so I think it means I might want to throw this flat just inside of the tree. So it stands up, just misses the tree, and skips. Just a big hyzer putt. Missed that branch. Oh man, hit the branch, whatever. Ah. Okay, I gotta stop throwing the really stupid line and parking it. This is the faro. That's such a dumb shot. It was very technical. Oh, that's so funny. All right, this is the smart shot. That was like center. Jeez. Oh man, I'm so pumped for this tournament. Didn't realize we're on the last hole, but it's down to that basket from a tee pad up here. 462 foot par 3, but if you crest this hill, which looks like you only need about 350-ish feet of power to start going down the hill, should be fine. It looks pretty tight off that tee pad. Okay, so now that we look at it, it's not a forehand. OB long, OB left, super cool shot. We want to hit one of those two gaps that are out there on some turn with an overstable disc. Don't have my rangefinder to see how far they are, but it's pretty left from there. So it might be a Calvin Destroyer on some turn. It also might be my Ricky Destroyer flat. Because this Ricky Destroyer, I feel like is a little more stable than I expect, I'm gonna throw it first. I'm gonna aim for the right one, but if I miss a little bit inside, I'm not mad about it. Oof. Oh no. I really love that shot. Okay, that's far. And I also tripped on this tee pad, so I'm gonna use this left side, a little bit of turn. Once you crest that, it's probably about 360 feet to get there, I think. Okay, this tee pad sucks. All right, it's a lot easier to throw slight hyzer, I think. Slight hyzer to flat. Aiming at the tree that splits the gaps and just try to get either side. And if we don't, we still have an up and down. I aimed inside. Man, I don't like this. I mean, that's gonna be a fine shot, but this tee pad I'm not the biggest fan of. Okay, so it definitely looks like this is the gap you wanna hit and start filtering down. That right side. Left side is a little too inside. I don't have a lot of ones that are great. Closest one's probably about 50-60 feet. I think it's this Destroyer though. If I don't hit that tree and I throw it a little harder, I think I'm happy, but it'd be really nice to have a slightly better tee pad for this last shot. It's too far though. Wow, why'd I juice that? Sit down. Might be OB. That's too high. Huh, that's actually fine. Try an envy actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a forehand to envy more. I got a pretty touchy forehand and that's a pretty good shot. All right, so this is the Calvin Destroyer that I flexed and I was actually a bit wrong. Within circle 2. Yeah, that's my Destroyer that I kind of flipped up to flat. Yeah, as long as I get, without touching anything, through that gap, with either this Echo Destroyer or my Ricky Destroyer, I should get a circle 2 look or better. Because that Calvin one's a little too stable and I also shanked it. A little right to left. A little low. Really exciting course. As you guys are watching this video, I'll either be on the course or finishing up. We're gonna do next day coverage instead of same day for my tournaments from here on out, because same day was a lot to have to worry about, especially with the emotions of the round. I don't wanna set expectations. I heard Yuli and Brody talking about this on Tour Life, but I am gonna set goals. And my goal for this tournament, I wanna keep it still a little low key, even though I feel like I have all the skills to score out here. I want to cash. I want to be proud of both rounds. And I want to always play aggressive. There's not a lot of danger except for like not hitting your lines. I think like a reach of a goal is I want to shoot my first double digits under par round, because I think there's 2 eagleable holes here. Everything else is birdieable except for 18 is tough and 7 is tough. Other than that, I should be able to get every hole, at least give myself a look. So if the putts are dropping, I'll be playing really well. And my last one is to make league card and get a top 5. I think I have the skills to do it. I just have to put it all together. If you guys want to check out the front 9 so you can see what that's all about, check it out right down there. Otherwise, subscribe because tournament coverage will be live tomorrow. If you want to support me the most directly that you can, I have discs for sale that I'll start shipping on Monday, as well as Patreon if you want to be a monthly supporter of my content. But either way, your views mean so much to me. I appreciate you guys so much. I got to go find a place to upload in this video and to edit and to eat. There's a lot to do. Okay, love you guys. Bye.